Stadium in Santa Clara. The scene a short time ago. This crowd, they love their 49ers, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. And we're ready for football as the 49ers get set to do battle with Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys. It's the team of the 80s versus the team of the 90s. The Niners, the Cowboys, they're underway. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards. Up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
Here we go. 180. Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now. Check three. Check three. Check three. Shoot. 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 Hey, gun. Stay on.
The former Purdue Boilermaker, Raheem Mostert. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. That good for 22 and a first down. Opening quarter, his opening carry of the game, and I think they'll give it to him a few more times, as they should.
You're exactly right about that, but that type of a run, you want to repeat it many times until they show signs of stopping it. I think he did his visualization exercises before this one, and they're paying off.
Mostert. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. First down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards. Raheem Mostert, he was great in that NFC title game, 220 yards. But Super Bowl, 58 yards on 12 carries, though. He did score the touchdown in the third quarter to put the Niners up 20-10.
And think about the journey of Raheem Mostert and what he's traveled. That he has a 220-yard game, 4 touchdowns in the NFC title game, which you just mentioned. But only getting 12 carries in the Super Bowl, I don't think in his wildest dreams he would have thought, I only got 12 carries in the Super Bowl. That tells you how valuable he became and what people will focus on. And don't forget Tevin Coleman, the great comeback from the dislocated shoulder against Green Bay in the title game. 5 carries, 28 yards in the Super Bowl. Came back to start that game. Showed a great amount of toughness. But they didn't run it nearly as much as we expected. And they ended up with a result that maybe was unexpected, too. A loss in the Super Bowl.
A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. Now Mostert. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. So Garoppolo off. Coming on is the veteran Robbie Gould for the 49er field goal. This an easy one, 23-yarder. Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. This is Elliott. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Third and short yardage. Prescott drops it underneath to Elliott. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Prescott. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 42-yard line.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
With the score, Niners 3, Cowboys 0.
On 2nd down, Elliott trying to run inside, but nothing there. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom, quick, and what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. 8 yards, first down as they're able to convert. Prescott now from the 50. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. A big gainer there on the catch and run, 37 yards. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A 13-yard touchdown run. And the Cowboys have taken the lead.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
Forbat to send it away now following the touchdown. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Super toe.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. The intended receiver, Marquise Goodwin. And it's 2nd down. This is Mostert. They get 14 yards, but not enough for the first down due to the previous penalty. Well executed there on 2nd down, so do you go back to the air on 3rd?
Well, that's a possibility, but now you've opened up things to where you showed that you would run the ball in long-distance situation. You might come back again because I doubt they believe you'll do it a 2nd time.
Garoppolo looks to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The tank, DeMarcus Lawrence with a sack. 2 minutes to play in his first half, 7-3 our score. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. Now Austin. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10.
At their own 37-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes us 2nd and 9. Elliott. And an alley to run. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's got a man complete. It's Amari Cooper. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Prescott nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Prescott from the gun. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. He'll return it from the 6. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. This time they stay on the ground. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. And now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime.
Here we go. Hey, gun. Check.
Garoppolo on 1st down. Deep ball for Goodwin. He rifles one that's intercepted. Xavier Woods with a pick. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side.
The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
And they extend their lead, a little added cushion into the lockers. What a way to finish.
Tremendous way. That's momentum that they carry in with them. Can they convert it and bring it back out to start the 3rd quarter?
The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jason Barrett. And they will finally stop him as he's down to the 40-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
18 yards, first down, Niners. Here's Mostert. Tackle there by Leighton Vander Esch.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
On 2nd and 9, Garoppolo. And this is going to be intercepted. Xavier Woods with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, partner, let's put a bow on the Super Bowl for Kansas City. What a comeback win. Yet another come-from-behind victory for Patrick Mahomes and company. An absolute heartbreak for San Francisco.
Didn't Madden predict Kansas City would win the game?
Yes, 35-31, I believe they predicted.
I felt like most of the predictions I saw had the game in the 30s, so a little bit lower scoring than we expected, but a lot of fireworks down the stretch, all by Kansas City. But how about San Francisco? Had the lead in the ball, under 12 minutes to go, and held Kansas City to 10 points through 3 quarters. And somehow they're winging their way back to San Francisco, trying to understand how they lost that game.
Yeah, not only did Kansas City win it, but they end up winning it by 11 points. They didn't see that coming at all. On 3rd down, it's Prescott. He finds Randall Cobb with a completion. And they will stop him short. They get him to the ground at the 27, no first down.
56, the mark, boy, 56. Check, 56. Get in the weight room. Get in the weight room. We're going to 54, why here? 56 the mic. 56 is the mic. 26.
They're indeed going for it. It's Prescott. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Niners take over in terrific field position. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set him back for 2nd down. Again, they'll run it with Mostert. And he'll get about 4 as he's brought down at the 24.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 13 yards there and a Niner first. On first down, Garoppolo steps away to his left. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Emmanuel Sanders there to make the grab as his guys are back within a single score. And now this is right in Kyle Shanahan's wheelhouse. He'll go for 2 here. They'll try and run it up the middle. And he'll get into the end zone as the 2-point conversion is successful. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Check, block 54, block 54. Come on, dude.
Throwing on 2nd down. Prescott. It's caught. Cooper. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Tackle that time by Jarquiski Tartt. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Here we go. Block the pass.
Second and 7 at the 37-yard line.
Shoot up 46.
Going to run again here with Pollard. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go. Prescott from the gun on 3rd. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Fielded at the 20. Excellent work on the run back there, 33 yards. And the Niners set up well. They take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
Here we go.
Watch the flat, watch the flat, watch the flat. Watch the flat, motion, block.
Garoppolo now, 1st down throw. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Deebo Samuel, 47 yards. And once again, the 49ers are back out in front. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. 1st down, 18-yard gain. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart.
And that one...
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the Mercedes-Benz Superdome in downtown New Orleans. This is what it looked like just a moment ago in the heart of New Orleans. Folks, there's no place for this noise to go in the Superdome. It is loud, and these fans are ready for football as their Saints get ready to do battle with Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he... Brought down at about the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Ready. Yellow lady. We ain't giving them nothing today. Check the backer. Check the backer. Check three. Check three.
A first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. It'll be a Saints first down on a pickup of 13. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Watch the boot. First and 10.
Working from the gun, it's Breeze. Looking long for Thomas. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas 63 yards as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Lutz good on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. Prescott. Forced out to his left. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
Defense gives up a touchdown the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Now Prescott. A dump off to Elliott. It'll be a gain of 4, and it'll bring up a 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down? A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Pass on target, Prescott to Cooper. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
Check, watch 54, watch 54.
Prescott looks to throw on first. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The sack coming from defensive end Cameron Jordan. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Prescott to throw it. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves,
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Dak and the offense still out there. They are going to go for it. 4th down, Prescott. And a pressure gets to him again. Jason Garrett might be wanting to reconsider the decision to go for it there. And that will force a turnover on downs. On 1st down, Breeze. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Give him 18 there, and the Saints have a 1st down. Throwing on 1st down is Breeze. Flushed out right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
And an alley to run. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. The Saints 1st down there on a gain of 11. They stay on the ground. This time it's Kamara. And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Ready. 95-56. 95-56. 21.
On 2nd and 9. Breeze. eluding the pressure right. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave them trying to convert on 3rd and 9. And he'll only get this to the 17, well shy of what he needed. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. So Breeze is going to stay out there, and they're going to go for this on 4th down. Breeze going to go on 4th down. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Defensive end DeMarcus Lawrence applied the heat.
Brandon, let's file this play away for later. Let's note this play because, to me, it's not out of the question that the decision to pass up the 3 there could come back to haunt them later on.
They go play action here on 1st down. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 39 yards there, a big one.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fine. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, 34 yards, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Forbath, the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go-around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit. They're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see. Accelerating, and off he goes. 20, 10, touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara, 75 yards. And the Saints have taken the lead. Lutz with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7 as they come up 1st and 10. They start on the ground with Elliott. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Tackle made there by Kiko Alonso. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Prescott drops it underneath to Elliott. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Cowboy 1st down. Prescott going to come up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 6 for 6 here to start the ball game. Looking to throw. Prescott got his man there complete to Gallup. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down.
47.
Prescott on first down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. With that incompletion, a chance to mention the awards. Now with the season over, Lamar Jackson, as we speculated, he's the MVP, Coach of the Year. John Harbaugh, Lamar's coach. Michael Thomas, Stephon Gilmore, Offensive and Defensive Players of the Year, Offensive and Defensive Rookies of the Year. That went to Kyler Murray and Nick Bosa. And the Comeback Player of the Year, Charles, Ryan Tannehill, no surprise there.
Not to mention the #1 award that the NFL gives out, the one that they give the most, that credence isn't the right word, the most attention to, and the one that they want trumpeted the most. That's the Walter Payton Man of the Year, because that represents the totality of a player in the NFL, not just what they do on the field, but off the field as well. And that goes to Calais Campbell, the defensive tackle for the Jacksonville Jaguars. What a great award. Congratulations, Calais.
From midfield now on second down. Breeze. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. That one a first down pickup of 8.
5-9. 61. Match.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up second and 5.
X3. 218. Top.
Brings up second and 5 at the Cowboys' 38-yard line.
Hey, check right. Watching your 5. Let's go, baby. Turn over. Get that ball. Get that ball.
Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, #2. As they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. From the 38, Breeze. And this is a catch by Ted Ginn. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. Here's Breeze. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored 1, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
Kamara's got the first down and then some. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Alvin Kamara with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Lutz good on the extra point. And it's now 21-7. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what...
And now the rookie's free. Touchdown, Cowboys. Tony Pollard in the final seconds of the first half as his guys are back within a single score. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
Forbath to send it away now following the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
Okay, Coach. Appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
At the 15-yard line. He's checking crowd.
Here's Pollard again. He's got a first down and more past the 30. And he'll get this all the way up to the 42-yard line. That one good for 26 and a first down. The safeties were well back there, and he had a lot of room. Were they in the cover too?
Yeah, they were, and the safeties were back. You know, usually they're 12 to 15 yards off the line of scrimmage, somewhere around the hash mark for each of them. But what also happens if the linebackers dive into the line, if you block them initially, that blocker can come off of them and get up to the safeties on the second level, and now you've got a big place to run the football.
11 yards and a Cowboy first down. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Out of the gun, it's Elliott. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. They go to Elliott again. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
On 3rd down, Elliott. And an alley to run. The 20. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. They'll try to run it in with Elliott. Able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1. 2nd and goal from the 1. They'll try to run this one in. And he's going to be shoved back short of the goal line. They're held again, and do we have a goal line stand brewing? It's 3rd and goal. Here's Elliott, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Forbath able to convert the extra point, and we are tied at 21. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You're probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Flush to his right. And his throw is incomplete. Latavius Murray, the intended receiver, out of the backfield. Third down here. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Breeze leaves this one with Kamara. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. Bit of a surprise. They ran it on 3rd and medium. Proved to be the right call. 1st and 10. Staying on the ground on 1st with Kamara. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Yellow waiting. 0-2.
Throwing on 2nd down. Breeze. Again has it complete. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. The Saints on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Here's Breeze to throw. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there. That brings up 4th. Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down.
Come on, QB, come on.
Hey, easy.
Watching your grind. Come on, boy. Come on, boy. You better be ready. Don't be scared of it.
Hey, kill. Exactly.
Breeze to throw for it on 4th. And no, it's incomplete. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And this defense will take over right at midfield. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. Run for Pollard. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. They'll keep it on the ground. Pollard. And once again, not much running room, if any at all. That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
Prescott now from the 50. Caught by Cobb. And he'll only get this to about the 44 as they stop him short of the line to gain. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
Hey, one set. Go, get out there. Me and you on deck. We're going to 54,
Prescott to throw on 4th. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. Oh, no, he lost the football. Jason Garrett might be wanting to reconsider the decision to go for it there. And the Saints will have the football back. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say maybe makes that offense feel good, but when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. A 10th carry for Kamara. And he gets it just shy of midfield, but that's not enough. He's short of the marker. It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a 4th down. They run. It's Kamara. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and 10 as they search for a go-ahead score.
Hey, echo.
Breeze now on 1st down. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. A give to Kamara running right. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. Caught the defense off guard there a bit on second and long, but now you still have to deal with third and long.
Yeah, you do, but you feel pretty good about the last play, don't you? And maybe it gives you a little bit of confidence dialing up the next one, and maybe your team will believe in it when you send it in.
To throw is Breeze. Open man is Michael Thomas. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Give him 32 on the play.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Kamara trying the right side. And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Again, it's Kamara. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. As the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game.
Watch twist. Watch twist.
On third down, here's Kamara. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Cowboys have recovered. Wow, so they were already in field goal range. Now this and a completely new story to tell.
And frankly, what they're going to say when they review this game and go over it, they're going to tell them, you had one job. All right, you knew what you had to get done. You knew where we wanted to kick the field goal from. You know our range. Just take care of the football, and we win the game.
The Cowboys signal for their third and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. They'll keep it on the ground. Pollard able to push his way through. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Let's go, fellas.
A 4-yard pickup on the play. 1st down, Cowboys.
Here we go. Here we go. Kill.
Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what you got?
On 1st down, Pollard. He's got a 1st down and more past the 30. And all the way up to the 35-yard line. That good for 19 and a 1st down. He continues to be effective running the football, a big reason that they have the lead.
And I love one of the quotes that I read.
It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. 10th carry now for Elliott. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
46.
Again, it's Elliott. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Here comes the first throw in OT for Prescott. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Now Prescott on 4th down. Oh, and it's intercepted. It's the linebacker, Alex Anzalone, and he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. Cooper was the target there. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Their defense did its job, got the stop. All they need is 3, and this is over.
Couldn't have done much else other than score themselves and end it. but they turned it back over to him, and now all they need is a field goal to win the game. An excellent job by the defense. Can the offense finish things off?
Part one is done, now part two. Kamara. He takes this for about 6, down inside the 40. They've had some success here in overtime on this opening drive running the football. Right back to that well.
And why not? When you have that kind of success, make them stop you. And until they do, keep going back to that well you just spoke about.
And the pressure gets to Breeze as he's taken down. The sack by Robert Quinn. 3rd and long now after the sack of Breeze, and the Saints up against it here. Throwing deep for Murray. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Let's go. Let's go.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now, but let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Tony Pollard out of the backfield, the intended target, and it's 3rd and 4. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. Can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Cowboy 1st down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
A 1st down carry by Elliott. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. They'll keep it on the ground. Elliott. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Prescott. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
And another thing that makes a comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. They'll be left with just one remaining here at OT. They'll keep it on the ground. Pollard. And play will be stopped here with 10 seconds remaining in overtime as they've called a timeout.
That's it. Big hit.
The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. Elliott. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. Now we're going to get a timeout with 5 seconds left here in overtime. Now we're going to get a timeout with 5 seconds left here in overtime. So now it all rests on the foot of Kai Forbath. This to win it in overtime. And he got it. The kick is good. In overtime, he's able to split the uprights. We were just treated to an absolute dandy in this one. A great finish in overtime with a long field goal. Everybody, including us, on the edge of their seats. Quite a game.
And it's rare that you get a game into overtime that it doesn't turn out to be a dandy, right? That's what we saw here. And just what you were talking about, a long field goal to win it. So definitely not a gimme. So there was tension all the way through until the ball went through the post.
But it did go